Well, this is Rajan Kotru. I come from northern part of India and been involved since last 40 years with the Himalayan ecosystem, right from Afghanistan up to Myanmar, and of course India, Nepal, Bhutan, even Pakistan and Bangladesh, and not to forget China. I deal with mountain ecosystems, virtually every subject you can talk about in the mountains, right from natural resource management, energy, infrastructure, tourism, rural development, livelihoods. These are my fields. And I currently am part of Governing Council membership of Integrated Mountain Initiative, which is a pan-Himalayan organization. But I am also part of Indo-German Development Cooperation in the Northeast, currently advising Tripura on its forest resilience building. And there we work with tribal area, people who are part of the so-called Jum cultivation or shifting cultivation. And we are trying to see what could be the alternatives for that particular ecosystem, which are of course man-made. But how can we really improve forest management in terms of sustainable forest management, improve livelihoods of people, and then also ensure that ecosystem services are safeguarding our environment and social setup in these mountain areas, hill areas. Apart from that, I'm advisor to several organizations, including Himalaya Unnati Mission of Art of Living, and I am part of advisory service to several NGOs in the northern part of India. I am part of the environment engineering for public health, track number 4. I'll be rather presenting on Himalayan agroecological practices because traditionally these ecosystems were part and parcel of people who were living in the mountains. The traditional indigenous systems, they were part of it. So these systems were healthy, they were environment friendly, and they were also ensuring that sustainable ecosystem services are even coming from these agroecological practices. But that has all changed. In the last 40, 50 years of development, people have shifted to more of a green revolution culture. They would rather prefer a traditional crop for a kind of a cash crop. The whole industry of apple production and also some other crops which were indigenous crops have gone lost. People are now more interested in public programs which come from agriculture department and people are implementing them. And that has of course meant a lot of traditional knowledge, indigenous knowledge is getting lost. And people are less resilient to climate change. So that is the issue. So there we have a project on behalf of National Mission on Himalayan Studies, which is on agroecological practices in 3 states, Himachal, Uttarakhand and Sikkim, where I'm principal investigator, and we are helping these our research fellows to conduct this research and shape and mentor them towards an outcome-oriented research, which can be then scaled up. And also this research is from the viewpoint that people are actually adding value to their traditional systems and are connected to the open markets, but with specific branding, because that is what is lacking in the Himalayas. So I'll be talking about that. And of course, I'll be talking about climate change impacts in the Himalayas and what needs to be done to really counter that in future. That's something about what I will be presenting. I think last but not least, I really feel privileged to be here at this prime institution. The way it has been designed, the architecture, the infrastructure, the connectivity between different disciplines, it's simply fabulous. I would say that also the people I have met, students, teachers, and very high-class academicians, they are very well aware of the problematic which we are facing in the environmental sector, business sector, and energy sector, and not to talk about also social welfare as such. So very pleased to be here. Also the facilities are wonderful where I've been staying, and the way I have been interacting with staff of this particular institution. It is obvious that it is one of the leading institutions in India where thousands of students are really, I would say again, lucky to be here and getting best of the facilities, not only in terms of infrastructure and curriculum, but also the way the education is designed and delivered, because that is very important. And also the handholding of these students, startups, which an outreach program of this particular institution is simply very well thought, and I'm sure it has impact-oriented orientation, and therefore I think it was first time I was here, and it has been wonderful to be here. Thank you very much.